Sometimes, it takes just one email to change everything. And for thousands of professionals, that moment has already arrived. Job security isn't what it used to be. Like most people, they immediately start looking for answers. Courses, certifications, videos, job portals. But when you're overwhelmed with information, knowing what to do becomes the hardest part. The problem isn't lack of information. There are thousands of courses, thousands of videos, thousands of opinions. The real challenge is knowing what actually matters. If I had to start over today, I'd focus on just 5 skills. These are the 5 career multipliers that continue to create value, even when industries, technologies, and job markets change. Career multiplier number 1. Learning how to learn. Most people think learning means consuming information, watching another video, taking another course, reading another book. But information alone doesn't create value. Application does. The people who learn fastest aren't necessarily more intelligent. They simply have a system. Instead of spending months collecting information, they learn something, apply it immediately, identify gaps, and repeat the process. In a world where skills become outdated faster every year, the ability to learn efficiently is no longer an advantage. It's a survival skill. Learning gives you knowledge, but knowledge alone has never been the final advantage. The people who move ahead aren't always the ones who know the most. They're the ones who can amplify what they know. And today, no force multiplier is changing that faster than artificial intelligence. Multiplier number 2. AI leverage. Many people are asking the wrong question. Will artificial intelligence replace my job? A better question is, how much of my work can be amplified by artificial intelligence today? The highest performers are no longer working alone. They use intelligent systems to research faster, learn faster, create faster, and make better decisions. Think of AI as a force multiplier. A calculator didn't replace mathematicians. It made them more productive. A spreadsheet didn't replace analysts. It allowed them to analyze more information. Artificial intelligence is the next multiplier. The goal isn't to compete against artificial intelligence. The goal is to become significantly more effective because of it. Those who learn this early gain an advantage that compounds over time. AI can generate answers in seconds, but it can't decide which answers actually matter. As information becomes abundant, clarity becomes rare, and the ability to separate signal from noise becomes one of the most valuable skills of all. Multiplier number 3. Signal over noise. For most of human history, information was scarce. Today, information is everywhere. News, reports, dashboards, podcasts, social media. Artificial intelligence can now generate more information in seconds than a person could consume in days. The challenge is no longer access to information. The challenge is separating signal from noise, identifying what actually matters, and ignoring what doesn't. Many people assume that having more information leads to better decisions. In reality, more information often creates more confusion, more options, more distractions, more uncertainty. The people who advance fastest are rarely consuming the most information. They're the ones who can identify the few insights that truly matter. Every industry has noise, urgent emails, conflicting opinions, endless meetings, constant updates. But hidden within the noise are a handful of signals. Signals that reveal risks, signals that reveal opportunities, signals that point to the next important decision. The ability to recognize those signals is what separates activity from progress. Because being busy is not the same as being effective, and processing information is not the same as understanding what matters. As artificial intelligence continues to generate more content, more answers, and more information, this skill becomes even more valuable. The future advantage won't come from knowing more. It will come from knowing what matters, finding the signal, ignoring the noise, and acting with conviction. Seeing clearly is powerful, but clarity without action changes nothing. The people who create the greatest impact don't just understand problems. They redesign systems, improve outcomes, and create value where others see limitations. Multiplier number 4, value engineering. Every organization wants growth, better customer experiences, higher productivity, lower costs, faster execution. But between where they are and where they want to be, there are obstacles. Most people focus on symptoms. High performers focus on causes. They look beyond delays, beyond mistakes, beyond recurring issues, and ask a different question. Why is this happening in the first place? Because solving symptoms creates temporary relief. Solving root causes creates lasting value. Every inefficient process hides an opportunity. A manual task that could be automated, a bottleneck slowing progress, a workflow that consumes more effort than it should. The people who create the most value learn to see these opportunities everywhere. Innovation is often misunderstood. It doesn't always mean inventing something new. Sometimes innovation is finding a better way to do something that has always been done the same way. A faster process, a simpler solution, a better customer experience, a smarter approach to an old problem. The most valuable professionals don't measure success by effort. They measure success by impact. Whether costs decrease, did revenue grow? Did customers benefit? Did the team become more effective? Because organizations don't reward activity, they reward outcomes. That's value engineering. The best strategies and the best technology and the greatest opportunities all have one thing in common. They're limited by the person using them. Before you can master your work, you must first learn to master your thinking. Multiplier number 5, cognitive mastery. Every day, thousands of thoughts compete for your attention. Some move you forward, others quietly hold you back. Most people monitor their emails, their finances, their projects, but very few monitor their thoughts. A setback happens, a plan fails, an opportunity disappears. And almost instantly, the mind creates a story. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe it's too late. Maybe this won't work. The problem is not the thought. The problem is believing every thought. High performers learn to pause, observe, question, and choose which thoughts deserve their attention. But cognitive mastery isn't only about filtering thoughts, it's also about directing them. The future is often created twice, first in the mind, then in reality, while others focus on obstacles. High performers visualize possibilities, new skills, new opportunities, new versions of themselves, in a world changing faster than ever. Your greatest advantage may not be what you know, but how you think. Monitor your thoughts, visualize possibilities, and deliberately shape the future you want to create. Because every outcome begins with a decision, and every decision begins with a thought. The future has never belonged to those who could predict it. It has always belonged to those who could adapt to it. The world will continue to change. New technologies will emerge, industries will evolve, careers will transform. But if you invest in these multipliers, you'll always be building something far more valuable than a job. You'll be building the ability to thrive, no matter what comes next. Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, please consider subscribing for more.